just because that seems to be something that they do like to fall back to.
It definitely is. I mean, obviously, if Thresh is open, right, you want to take it. Thresh is so good. It did help out a lot with the chance of being able to kind of set up for his team. I do still really like the Nautilus matchup into Thresh. I feel like it's a really good pick for him. Quay going to be rocking the Olaf this time around, so little tiny bit different, but still a very hard farming jungler, still trying to get into the action. And Kramer is going to be picking up the Jinx again. So it's going to be a Jinx Thresh combo. We're going to see that happening yet again and see if that team fight potential can really come through. And that's where I was just going to say, you pick the Jinx, the Varus is going to follow. You just gave a dominating game to Wink on this Varus, and he's going to be feeling just as comfortable as he did in game number 1.
And that's what I was wondering. I pretty much was able to guess in my head most of the things that were going to come through. Nothing's really standing out as too unique, too out there, since we know that Wink is now starting to fall back more towards this Varus pick. As we get to the second part of the bans, though, we're seeing a bit more of trying to ban out Cult on weak side top laners. I wonder if they're going to really hard in onto that. I'm surprised they actually decided to ban the Gnar as opposed to maybe leaving that open, knowing that maybe Cult wants to play something like a Scion in the top lane.
Yeah, well, I mean, Gnar is one of Colt's most played, right, in the season, so you want to try and take that
I was thinking
away.
for TheShy that he would pick it.
Yeah, I mean, you could, yeah, for sure. But they want to take that one away. Maybe they're going to be looking for something a little bit spicy in the top lane for TheShy, but trying to get that focus down on the top side like you were saying. But for LGD, they do not want to deal with Rookie's Rise again. That was something very, very hotly damaging, at least.
Baby.
But leaving open the Lucian means that we're going to get that lock in for IG. And looking over to LGD now, you have only a few pieces left. You're looking at your solo lanes, and one of them is going to get counterpicked. So we'll see, as the flexibility for IG is going to feel really good.
Not just that. Where is the Lucian going? That is the mind
exactly,
game.
The flexibility that I was saying.
TheShy loves to play that Lucian, and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, he's flexible, but it's also TheShy. He loves playing Lucian. He loves playing Kalista. You think back to last year, one of his strongest champions was that Kalista, something that not many people knew how to play against. And you've given now this opportunity for them to be able to have side lanes set up with this Lucian, to be able to really bully them around, and a Galio that can always join in.
Yeah, I think this is the missing link here for IG. Is, you know, the Rise was really good for Rookie. He had a lot of damage potential in that aspect, but he also had the Realm Warp to get to the side lanes. Now you have the Heroic Entrance to make sure you can get to those side lanes, make sure you can get to TheShy on Lucian, who is looking to have a pop-off performance in this double ADC composition. And again, you're looking at team fights and you're getting real worried for LGD, but LGD have ways to get advantages early. They can try and get Olaf ahead in his skirmish against Shun in the jungle and the Udyr. You can try and get TF involved again in the side lanes. He's going to have that same response that Galio has with the Destiny Gate. And you have Kramer on this Jinx. He was crucial to LGD's play last game, and he has to be the star shining light here in this second game to push them to a game 3. And I feel like can be strong, can have some of those early advantages, especially when you get to level 6, but they've got to make that work. They've got to make that happen.
As we get on to the Rift for game number 2. Quay and Shun having a bit of a skirmish early on, and Shun got the better end of that trade. Both of them are going to recall, so it's not really going to change much, but you already got the limit test from Shun to be able to show Quay who's in charge.
A little bit of fighting early, but the ward does go over for Quay, so they will have that vision over onto Shun when he starts up the red buff. This also
the
means
emote
that
game.
Yeah, I was going to say, the emote game coming out from Rookie and Uniboy. We've already seen them kind of staring each other down, getting that Wild Wild West style face-off going in that last game. Nothing came of it, though. So this time, you know, just giving each other some looks up and down. Make sure they're okay.
I almost wish that Uniboy had gone for Predator, and then we could have the Donger Dash. The old days of the custom game modes.
My goodness.
That would have been fun.
Gotta love it.
But no, instead, it's just Rookie with it, which means we know what Rookie's going to want to do. He's going to not want to be in this lane. He's always going to be wanting to rotate around the map, which is interesting because that is exactly what Uniboy is going to try to do. Constantly be able to try to find those flanks with that Destiny Gate to go into the side lanes, probably even try to see if they can get ahead in this top lane. We saw earlier that LGD know that TheShy is going to be something that they have to stop. especially on something like a Lucian. If he's able to get ahead early, it's going to be difficult for them to be able to deal with, as you can even see a bit of a skirmish from the two of them. Colt should be able to get the better end of the trade at the beginning, but it's still something that they could try to see if they can punish later on.
So I want to go back to something that happened at the beginning of when you were talking, and it was the fact that TheShy was able to spot out the ward on the red buff there, where LGD had stepped up as a... Never mind, I'm going to talk about that in a second.
It looks like right now a big trade of damage back and forth, but
I thought he was going to be able to get the auto.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it does seem that just more that there's that level 2 spike. Unfortunately for Chance, the same thing had happened for Lucas and Wink almost at the same time that he wanted to be able to go in. So it doesn't mean that they're able to get as much pressure as they would want, but mid lane, Rookie getting a lot of damage onto Uniboy. Even though Uniboy, it seemed like he was getting a good end of the trade, it's just getting that passive damage from a Galio hurts.
And back to my point I was saying earlier, I know it doesn't mean too much at this point, right? But I feel like having that vision game was very important for LGD, and they knew that. They set up a lot of vision early in that level 1 situation. But being able to know that it's there, being able to get TheShy to clear that ward for you means that Shun is still unspotted. They know that he's probably up towards the top lane. That doesn't show you exactly where he is. And he's been so effective on his early pathing that now we get to see a little bit of stagnation in this fact. We do get to see the split of the junglers taking each scuttle crab, but
He's
very
just gonna
different
get a solo
focuses.
kill on a turret. You can't do that,
My
Shy.
God. I can't believe that TheShy is able to slam home that on the Colt. Poor Colt just coming into game 2. Wants to be okay, but TheShy says no way.
You can't do that, man. Poor Colt.
It was the XP advantage that he got from that ward, 100%. I have no doubt, Magical.
You're just trying to talk about that poor
I'm just
ward.
trying to say
and
the
every
point,
time,
all right?
every time something happens to be able to interrupt you. So let's just look at this. Look at how
look at
calm
the pro
and cool
view.
TheShy is. He's just like, yep, this is the easiest kill of my life.
Easy peasy does it. TheShy getting a lead for himself in the top lane, something that we've seen him do a lot in the past, something that he needs to do to let IG really play the way they want to. And you're not even at that level 6 mark. You haven't even had to call Rookie to help you yet, and you're already getting that advantage in top lane. This means this could spell doom
done,
for...
by the way. Look at this. Colt is trying to see if he can get a solo kill himself back onto TheShy, but it's far more damage elsewhere. With the Predator to be able to get the root that they needed to onto Quay, he's going to die as well, trying to see if he can escape, but Shun takes him down underneath Colt. He's booking it. He's running far away. But right now, Colt, did you run far away enough? It does seem like he did. Might have lost Len there for a second, but it's okay. We'll go back to the solo cast. What should we call it? Like the streamer view or something like that for me. Right now, oh, Colt, no, you should have just completed that. I'm surprised that TheShy didn't read that and go, oh, you didn't read call. I'm gonna kill you again.
Yeah, a little bit more of the internet issues here. I'm gonna try to figure that one out. But yeah, as we get to see the early advantage there, I want to make that point that you were talking about. Would have liked to see the back completed, but it just means that IG are keeping it up. They get another kill. They're able to keep this advantage up, and I would like to see now the transition down to bot lane, see if they can take this dragon, continue to snowball. Because if IG can snowball this early game with the pieces that they have, there's nothing that LGD can really do about it.
There is a, what is that, 24 CS lead right now for TheShy at 6 minutes into the game.
It's pretty huge. It's pretty
there's
big.
a 2-level lead for TheShy here. If he might go for another solo kill dive. No, he actually backs out of that one. I was fully expecting him just to go for it. He has flash.
Rookie's level 6 now. You could see he was roaming up just in case TheShy wanted to go for the tower dive.
Can't
and
back,
I like
by
it.
the way. Colt cannot back.
I know, he just literally can't.
Yeah, exactly. He can't. If he recalls now, he loses even more. There's no way to be able to get back into this game. But if he stays in lane, TheShy, oh, okay, he's thankfully out of mana. So even though TheShy is playing aggressively here, I don't think he's going to go for it. It's not going to be as easy as he would like it to be. Even though they have Shun and Rookie on the flanks in case they wanted to, he just wants to be able to get more plate gold. He wants to make sure Colt is not a part of this game.
That is the key right now for IG, as they are oppressing Colt up here. Although nobody's really shown up. This is the 3rd time that they've moved almost everybody up here to deal with him, and now he's completely
Predator
flanked.
pop. Oh, he did. He looked this. Going to be able to get the taunt, Justice Punch, lock him in the air, kill for TheShy. You know, that one's easy. Ooh, but I like this coming in from Uniboy. Trying to make a play elsewhere. Nice flash away from Lucas. Unfortunate, though. He tries to make a play to be able to counteract what's happening in the top lane, but Lucas and Wink, they are playing this one safe. They're playing it cautiously. They don't want to get picked off too far out.
You're just trying to find something back for LGD. It's been the story of this series so far, right? They've just been trying to find something to scrape back from the claws of IG, who have been so good at shutting down different portions of the map. Now you do see a little bit of advantage gain there for Quay on the bot side. Maybe they're able to get this first dragon, but you've got to be really worried at how this top lane matchup is working out, because if you just keep letting TheShy be this Lucian, he's gonna be hitting those power spikes and it is not gonna feel good.
Not one bit. As Colt, you don't have, this is not your place. This is not your home. He's not your family. He doesn't want to help you. He's just going to kill you over and over again like that. I mean, Rookie only even got an assist because he used the heroic entrance.
Yeah, finally getting to use it. Finally being able to help out his teammates 4 times the charm.
He just wanted an assist there too. He's like, I've been here so many times, I need more assists,
I just
please.
wanted to get something back. I haven't got any kills this time around. It's not the same as my Rise game where I was just picking up gold left and right. I haven't gotten anything yet. I need help. But yeah, he's able to help TheShy get yet another kill. Where now, with backing here, he's going to be almost 50 CS over Colt, as well as having those 3 kills. Oof.
All right, Colt. This is what you do to get back in the game, right? You throw a water bottle at TheShy.
Okay. Why?
I have nothing else. He's playing Jayce into Lucian. He's down 3 kills already. He's got an Essence Reaver. What do you want him to do?
Yeah, I mean, hey, you are definitely getting into a bit of a hole up there in the top lane. You can't really deal with the Essence Reaver completion now that his burst damage is going to be insane. You see IG already make the call to go on the Rift Herald and a mid lane.
And corrupting chains land on the other side. There's no way to be able to get to the lantern. You had the ignite ticking, and he dies to the one last arrow. That is a nice pick coming in from Wink, and TheShy, meanwhile, top side, nobody's contesting his kingdom.
Yeah, there's just, you see, nobody even wants to touch that at all. Nobody wants to go up there. They're finally going to send Colt up there, but he's kind of like holding his head down, like, do I really have to go that way? As Rift Herald's going to be spawned in the mid lane for IG, and they're going to continue to press this advantage that they've gained for themselves.
There's a 3-level lead between TheShy and Colt. Colt is just
He's not
trying
even
to get
level 6
experience.
yet.
He's just trying to get experience at this point. It's the exposure treatment that he's getting in the top lane. Now this might be a nice play. If they can give this gold over to Colt, that'd be huge. He picks up the shutdown, and that might be able to get him back into the game.
Somewhat back in the game, somewhat back in his life here as TheShy gets caught out by the quick Destiny Gate. We'll see what happens here, though.
Ooh, that was cheeky coming in from Rookie, but he will be able to take the lantern for Uniboy to stay alive. Death Sentence going to be able to connect on the Shun. They're pretty tanky at this moment. Try to see if they can get the shock blast damage. Flashed away, but look at Wink. Try to see if he can get the flank. Oh, Super Mega Death Rocket out of nowhere coming in from Kramer to take down Shun.
Huge sniper style coming out from Kramer. That's what you like to see and what we need to see from Kramer here. He gets a kill on the other side of the map, and he thwarts IG being a bit aggressive by invading the enemy jungle.
Getting a little bit too cocky with themselves, feeling like they could play so far up into LGD because they had this massive lead for TheShy. But once he got picked off, a lot of that gold lead that you have for yourselves is completely gone. He's waiting on the gray screen to be able to come back into this game. So you gotta pretty much fall back on that one. Try to see if you can reset. Get yourself some vision, sure, but you don't need to play that aggressively, because now, instead of it being that 3,000, nearly 4,000 lead for IG, it has been tamed a little bit. Some gold was picked up by Colt for both the kill as well as getting the shutdown. He's got some gold back in his pockets. He's not quite as far behind from TheShy anymore, but still, it's not going to be an easy lane for anybody to be able to deal with.
And TheShy is just looking to pick up more plates. Shun is right here to support him just in case. Kramer and Chance are still down here in the bot lane, but you're getting the split lane here. You've got the bottom lane for IG transitioning to the mid, and that means that TheShy is just going to be trying to rack up as much more gold as he can, continue to build this lead that he's gotten while Colt is still on the top side.
It's easy to forget that this is only 12 minutes into this game.
I know.
It feels like there's so much that has happened and so much that will continue to happen as the calling was used onto Kramer, trying to see if they can get some damage back with 4 members of IG here, but they don't want to commit to the dive just yet. They're afraid that Uniboy might be able to flank them with that Destiny Gate, but it's not up just yet. Just barely is it out of range for that cooldown.
Just a little close there. See if he can find a little more of something. But I do really like the mythic item pickup here from Kramer. He's gonna be feeling really good. Still waiting for another item or so to really feel good on the Jinx, to feel confident in those team fights. But also to boot, I mean, you can't shy away from TheShy's lead in the top lane. That CS differential is huge, but I like the pickup on the other sides of the map, the other portions of the map for LGD. You've got a decent lead in the jungle for Quay. You've got a decent lead in the mid lane for Uniboy over Rookie, and yes, that doesn't matter as much. Rookie's still going to be a little bit tankier, but if Uniboy can get something going, can try and use this Destiny Gate in an aggressive manner, that's where we've seen LGD be able to pull out some of these fights.
Colt, he was looking to see if he wanted to make a play on a Rookie topside, but Rookie backed out of that one. He doesn't have really confident enough vision to be able to go out too far into that really long lane that they've been creating because of TheShy's pressure. But honestly, I think this is a wise call. They have Predator for Galio to be able to rotate down to the mid lane if they need to. I'm surprised they haven't just fully recalled him, sent TheShy back topside. I guess they just want to be able to give more of that plate gold that you were talking about over to TheShy so he can continue to be this menace. Right now,
oh
Colt.
no.
Uh-oh.
Colt's getting baited.
He's like, oh, I can get myself some stuff.
Oh,
Here comes the TP in. It's going to be the Bear stun with the Destiny Gate on the other side, but Colt's dead before he can arrive. Gold card not even going to be thrown out just yet, but you have 4 members still of LGD here. Look at Wink and Lucas. They're trying to see if they can cut off the retreat of LGD. Lucas is the first one to go in. It's going to be the Chain of Corruption. Ragnarok away, come again, trying to see if they can chase him down for Quay, but they've lost Kramer on the other side. They've got the backline completely eviscerated for a triple kill coming in from TheShy.
A triple for TheShy. You gotta love it. After everything was thrown up into the top lane, it does not matter. Shun able to capitalize on the flank that Wink and Lucas were doing, and now they're continuing this towards this bot lane as well. They have completely dominated the map at this point.
But keep in mind, this is still only 14 minutes into the game.
Everfrost.
There's so much time left. Quay has the Lantern to be able to survive, but the real idea here from Rookie, get the kill, great. Don't get the kill, great. Quay's off the map so they can easily secure the Dragon and the red buff for Wink at the same time.
Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of some contention in that aspect of it, but yeah, it will be just the Dragon scooped up by IG. It'll be their first tying up the Dragons, but it is an Infernal Dragon for them. Does mean we will have the Ocean Soul on the Rift. So both these teams definitely want to vie towards that one as we take a look into this dive at the top side. Colt just turns around like, Rookie, you were there the whole time? Why you do this to me?
It's the surprise from like Solid Snake where, you know, he gets spotted out. And then so here's just a nice play where they're able to split up LGD so that TheShy was able to just completely jump on the backline, and unfortunately, they had Quay try to run down Wink, and because you don't have this Olaf there anymore, TheShy could go crazy.
So the thing there is the idea is really good from LGD. They see that these 2 members are back on the backside of the fight. They're a little bit split. The thing you got to remember though, Rookie is on Galio. He has a crucial heroic entrance in the middle of the fight to turn it to face the flash from Kramer away that led to him having no tools of escape, and TheShy just capitalizing on it. And I think that just shows a lot of the strength that we've seen already today from IG, and they're going to snowball that into even more. They're going to look for this Rift Herald too.
He has a near 4,000 gold lead in the top lane. That's nearly all the gold lead for IG.
I mean, he is 7-1. Like he's got almost all the kills at this point.
Gale Force and the relentless pursuit to try to get away.
Oh my God!
What are you doing, LGD? Are you thinking you can kill him?
Why are you doing this?
You can't kill him.
Oh my God, they're just desperately trying to get a shutdown on TheShy. They know they need to at some point, but that is just not the play I feel like. And yeah,
oh, come on.
At this point, LGD need to back off, but they're not going to get stopped. Rookie is here to stop Quay, and it will be the Dark Passage that gets him out of there, but they've already lost their mid lane, Magical.
Base race, base race, base race. Wait, is the Rift Herald going to get a charge on a Nexus turret? at 17 minutes into the game.
They've stopped
this
their
game gonna
backs
end?
here.
Is
Rookies
this game
being
gonna
aggressive.
end? Hold
They're
on.
still running here. Okay, they get backed off here. The Mega Death Rocket came out in a panic from Kramer, but yeah,
Here's
LGD just trying to get something.
Trying to see what they can get. It's going to be Chain of Corruption, heroic entrance, Wink taking too much damage. Flash away to be able to survive. He finally falls, but you look at the fight that continues to come in from the side of LGD. They're able to take down 2 members. TheShy does not have TP to be able to join. That's the gold lead. So they got 2 kills, only 4 chance. Of course, they will lose this tier 1, but that is a big win for LGD.
Yet another capitalization on IG's aggression, on IG's overstaying as they stayed in mid lane a little too long. The flank came through. Yeah, honestly, the flank came through, and as you said, TheShy unable to join them. This main carry, the guy that has all the gold on your team, if he's not there, you lose a lot of that team fight potential.
They should have just ended the game. Should have just ended.
Easier said than done, I feel like.
Not if you smash your face into the turrets.
Okay, gotcha.
See,
are you cosplaying Shelly now? You smash your face
more like
into
lethality
things, Scion
is what I'm playing, where you can nearly one-shot a turret. Full AP Volibear can do something similar.
You can
See,
indeed.
he has
we're
no
already...
idea how to answer these.
Wait, yeah, I really don't. I'm just gonna move on. We do
All
get
right, fine.
IG
We'll
going.
move on. We look at IG. They're starting to put a little bit more pressure back onto LGD, trying to take over the jungle, playing a little bit more calm now since they've gotten a Nexus turret down already. They've got a huge lead. It's gonna be super minions pouring in mid. LGD are really, their hand is forced here.
Yeah, and you see that IG are going up
nice
onto
try,
this top
Lucas.
side where TheShy is. Yeah, it was really close to getting Colt. Not going to burn the flash, but does take a decent amount of damage from the trade from TheShy, and that's the second tier tower going down. Could be another inhib tower as well if they want to keep pressing, but it looks like LGD's defense is going to be good.
Yeah, no Rift Herald this time around, not really having that tool that they could rely on. Instead,
We need
just
a
falling
third
back.
Rift Herald.
A third one.
What do you
We
name
need
it?
to have
Shelly,
that
Kelly?
Acathian one.
Something. The Acathian. No, so get out of here with your crazy
Hey.
shenanigans.
That's all I'm about, man. Shenaniganery over here. But right now, the shenaniganery coming in from IG. They got themselves a nice 6,000 gold lead here at 19 minutes into the game. They forced back LGD further and further out of their own jungle. You can see that they're trying to get some of the vision back by slowly pushing out as a group. But unfortunately, because they have to go out in a group, it's this loss of experience, this loss of gold. They're gonna have to start pouring all of it essentially into Kramer. Well, yes, that is generally an LGD plan. It's a bit early with this Jinx still trying to get some items to be able to scale up.
Yeah, I mean, having 2 items, having that Rune Ends with the Kraken Slayer is going to be good for the team fights. You're really wanting to wait till that 3rd item to where you're really doing the damage, and I feel like that's where it's getting a little tricky because TheShy is about to be on his 4th item, and so it's not necessarily the greatest aspect for LGD, and this also means that IG is going to take the cross-map Dragon as LGD are pushing in top. I don't know if LGD are confident in doing this right now. It looks like they are fine taking the split push. They want to take top, but IG are so strong right now. They have TheShy down there. Look how fast these towers die.
Base race, base race, base race. Colt is going to be able to get that tier 2, but really, at what cost at this point? Because look at this. They're already getting the siege set up onto this inhibitor turret. They've got it down past the threshold needed to, so that they make a play later on. They might be able to actually take this or crack it right now, since it's taking Colt a while to be able to get back into the base, to be able to join up with LGD.
And Kramer is a big reason why they're able to defend against that with the wave clear, but he goes mid lane to try and stop the super minions pushing in, but now IG.
This is the final fight. They've got the knockup they needed to, even with the Ragnarok. Quaid dies immediately. TheShy is still in the middle of everybody. Getting the fight that he needs to, trying to see what they can get, but Kramer's now excited. He might be able to clean up IG. He's got Wink. He's excited, flashing away, trying to get away, but TheShy makes sure he can't end the game. And now Uniboy is in the middle of everyone, but TheShy is able to take him down with them. Even though Colt wanted to be able to get Shun, he couldn't do it.
My God, this is a bloodbath to finish it out. Yes, they are barely holding on by the skin of their teeth in the base.
No Winions.
Colt is going to be able to slam home those minions, but Kramer in that fight, holding off at a length of distance, able to get the damage down with the Rune Ends. I was just talking about it, and it comes to fruition. I love this last stretch defense from LGD, but it just means that IG get to reset with all the gold they've gotten. So I want to be careful on how far LGD push up right now, because IG can already look to the Baron.
that they can, and you can see from the inventory on TheShy, he's working towards that Guardian's Angel. He's got himself a stopwatch, but when we take a look at this, we're gonna actually get the pro view of TheShy.
Oh my god, it's just so good. He starts with the calling. He's just popping off the damage in the middle of the fights. And yes, that Mega Death Rocket from Kramer was huge just to reset the health bars there. But this last little bit, right, being able to get the trade kill back at the last second for TheShy flashing forward, it's so good. And they're able to do so much damage to Uniboy. Literally, like sub 50 health at that point, and still able to turn an entire fight.
Too early on the Super Mega Death Rocket out of Kramer that time around. Not going to have another one of the Jinx Rocket steals. But with the Baron on top of IG, with the fight that was nearly even by LGD, does seem like this might be the death nail for LGD in this game. They're going to try to hold strong as best they can, but it's looking dicey. You can see
Look at IG, they're already pinging. They've got pings onto the Nexus Tower too.
I don't know what LGD can do at this moment. You can see that, unfortunately, Uniboy's a bit too far out.
Yeah, he's going to try and get back here, try to get ready for this 5v5. Oh, I thought that Lucas Dredge line was going to connect, but the setup is here, and IG just looking to slam home the win.
They're getting the damage on call. They've got the Winds of War, and they pull him back for him to go golden, but the turret is going to fall. Justice Punch on top of him for TheShy to pick up another kill. They want to kill everyone here inside of their own base. They've got the double kill. Are they going to try to see if they can get him to the Penta? No, he's going to be stolen away by Wink, but they're at their own base. They're at the Nexus. They know they've got the game in the bag. TheShy, he might have taken a couple crits there. Same with Wink, but they've got IG right where they want them inside of the base of LGD. That's going to be the game. That's going to be the series for IG.
It was a very rough fight. Like, they were able to do some damage back, but they didn't have that extra burst potential that TheShy added to him. But it was like 1 or 2 fights that happened. Every other time, TheShy was right there to back him up.
Exactly, and that's what they needed to do because they knew that that was going to be their strength. This is something that even LGD knew was going to be the strength for IG. If TheShy gets ahead, he is someone who will play crazy. He'll play in your face. He'll never really relent. Like, you look at game 1 on that Rumble, it was a similar kind of story where he was able to get this early push onto Jarvie that he just didn't get to really do much as the Aatrox until the team fights. But this one's worse. Colt didn't get to do anything at all because he was being dove at level 4 by solo dive, by the way, by TheShy.
I was going to say, Colt's looking over at Garvey like, bro, I couldn't have your game. Like, can I have taken game number 1? I didn't want to be here for that one. It's just an unfortunate side effect of TheShy feeling very strong at the moment and being able to use that pick. I loved it because we still had that flexibility in the draft for IG, but as soon as we saw that double ADC composition, we knew the team fights were going to be all IG favored, and look at that gold graph.
And keep in mind, normally when we talk about this, it's like, again, going back to what Munchables usually talks about, it's like you look at this kind of damage graph and you're like, oh, there's got to be a tank, right? He's hitting Quay. No, no. It was all on the Colt. Yeah, Colt. I bet if we showed damage taken, it would look like he was playing tank Jayce.
It would have been interesting there, but I love it though. Like, it's so funny to me how we've gotten to a place in the meta where you have strong junglers, you have junglers who are super influential. I think Shun in this one was big in the fact that he was able to get around the map, take advantage of TheShy having the lead in the top lane. But you see, the damage doesn't matter. It's the setup that matters. He's able to be there, be that backbone that I always say he is, I guess, for IG, and the fact that he's able to be that bridge between TheShy and Rookie and to have that kind of synergy together is so big. And especially, as we've said so many times, moving into the playoffs, this is the IG we want to see. Yes, there were some moments where they maybe overextended a little bit, maybe felt themselves a little too much, but if you can take it to teams at the higher level like this, where you're being able to make those macro decisions, you're able to know where your win conditions are and play around those, that is the IG that succeeds in the future. Look,
Lennon, I know you're trying to be nice to the rest of IG here, but that was a 1v9. TheShy was unstoppable. He
couldn't have done it without everybody else. You're just a Lucian. You saw him getting caught out a couple times. I still feel like it's a lot of that team effort, but I do have to give it to
There were 3 members diving him at the inhibitor turret, and he still got away by himself.
You're right, Magical. You're right. I can't fight it because it's true. Like,
to be fair, yes, like the composition was built to kind of help out TheShy. They knew that his Lucian was going to be disgusting. They knew that that was going to be like a win condition for them to be able to fall back onto. And they all were able to pretty much coalesce into a good unit that facilitated TheShy to carry in the team fights. But TheShy was able to get a lot of that gold himself.
He was indeed. I want to turn the page, though. I want to look over at LGD, because I know their season's over, right? We were talking about summer dreaming. We're talking about them going to the future, back to the future. I don't know whatever it is, but being able to try and look forward, right? Maybe you are. For me, I know we highlighted him a lot. We talked about Uniboy being a very strong piece for LGD. I still thought even in the fights, even if Kramer wasn't able to pull it out, Kramer had a great performance in the moments, especially in those late game team fights that really mattered. Like, he's able to position in a way that if they were at an even gold deficit, like if they weren't just all the way in a hole for themselves, he was able to pull those fights. Even when they were in a deficit, he could turn those around with the AoE, with the Jinx pick. And I feel like that's where he's found a lot of his comfort. So moving forward into the summer, I would really like to see this guy continue to build on those aspects, those building blocks, if you will.
As would I. I'd like to see them be able to fix some of those weaknesses, because you can tell when it comes to team fights, they're actually a really strong team. Like you mentioned, with Kramer, even Uniboy being able to find the right targets to be able to pick on something like a Twisted Fate. Even as Victor was able to get a lot of damage in a lot of those fights previously. You saw the damage graphs. But in this game, too, it wasn't like game one where, you know, they had some good fights. They were able to kind of move around. They were so far behind from the get-go that is one of those games, it's like GG, go next. Yeah, FF at 15, because you know that there's a Lucian that has 10 kills already. I didn't even see how many kills he ended up with that game. I'm pretty sure it was like 14. That was a lot of kills for TheShy in that game, to be able to show people why, with the Lucian, the Callistas, these top lane ADCs that he likes to play, why he tends to play them.
And, you know, a lot for LGD to think about when they're getting ready for their final series of the season up against RNG. They have got some things to pick apart here, and I wonder if we'll see, you know, Garvey or Colt up there. I think that was an interesting change in the middle of it. I think that Garvey was having a decent performance there, and just to kind of throw Colt into the fire against TheShy feels kind of bad, but I want to see how they kind of move forward in that aspect of it. But now, like, IG are set up. They are ready. They are flexing their muscles right before it matters. And yes, they're not in a seed that they would necessarily be proud of, and they do have to make the run through playoffs at this point. But if you're putting up performances like this, I have a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly. And there is still a scenario where possibly, maybe, they're able to beat, like, to take 8th seed, but as you mentioned, it's not like it really changes it. They're still in the same matchup. It's like, if they pass Suning, they're facing Suning in the playoffs. If they don't pass Suning, there's a chance maybe they play someone else if Suning's able to beat Eastar tomorrow, which is what we kind of expect. But it's still one of those things to be able to talk about, what we're trying to look towards for IG, especially in playoffs, though. It's like, I want to kind of bring this up before we get into things like MVP and stuff, because I just want to say, like, with IG, I feel like they need to fix some of these weaknesses, some of these mistakes they make if they want to be strong going into playoffs. And it's like, yes, they are really mechanically gifted, but they need to play a bit cleaner. And I just wanted to mention that, but we did hear who our MVP is. I'm pretty sure everyone can guess.
Has to be.
It's TheShy.
It has to be the man, TheShy, carrying his team.
He was 14. That was right.
14-2 on the Lucian. 84% KP. Love that. 40% of the damage, Magical. My God. This dude's stats are going to be on fire after this game. We already thought they were good, but it's going to be even better.
Wow. That's all I can really
That's
say
a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Flex tape for that kind of damage, but we can see right here. It's just like, they definitely needed flex tape top lane for Colt, because it was just brutal.
It was. You just see Colt getting abused over and over again up here, and TheShy was the one that picked up all the kills, right? And even in this one, you know, getting a little bit of help, a little assistance to Rookie, and it's just over and over again. And especially this one, right? It was LGD who positioned in front of this, trying to get a little bit of something under the tower, and IG immediately commit with everything they had to try and stop that. And LGD think they took the fight here, but Kramer's caught.
Kramer's caught, and TheShy has his target set onto him. He knew exactly who he was going to be able to kill in that one. Like, oh, Kramer, you got hit by